Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. The U.S. Marshal Service announced last Wednesday that they have arrested Pennsylvania's top 5 most wanted man, Corey Matthew Mikrans, on December 10th just outside of Knoxville. The 36-year-old Likens, PA resident was charged with 17 total charges, 9 of them being related to sexual abuse of a minor. He was arrested by the Tennessee U.S. Marshal Service Smoky Mountains Fugitive Task Force. All of the charges stem from incidents that happened in 2024. The first is from the early summer where Mikrans sexually assaulted the victim in their sleep and showered with them. At the time, he was living in the basement of the house of the victim and their mother. The second incident is from November 2024, where he had inappropriate contact with a 14-year-old girl and forcibly raped her. In a later interview at a children's advocacy center, the teen said that Mikrans would constantly send her creepy text messages and tell her he loved her in what she described as a relationship type of way. He would also try to go into the bathroom and watch her shower. At the time, he was living with the victim and her mother. Eastern District of Tennessee U.S. Marshal David Jolly calls it an awesome day when you can take away the freedom of an animal that violated the lives of innocent young victims. Mikrans was also charged with offenses involving a minor back in 2016 when he pleaded guilty to aggravated assault of a minor and endangering the welfare of a child after he beat a 3-year-old in Upper Paxton Township. Corey Matthew Mikrans was transported to jail in Sevier County in Tennessee and will be extradited back to Pennsylvania. A mother and her boyfriend are being charged after sending her 3-year-old son to the hospital with a brain bleed. On September 18th, the victim's mother, 21-year-old Peyton Eleanor Gallagher, called 911 after her son became unresponsive in their North Main Street apartment. Officers said they got into the apartment and found the boy limp and unresponsive on the couch. The boy was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley, where doctors said he suffered from high blunt force injuries that caused brain bleeding. They also think that the injuries were non-accidental, according to the affidavit. The victim went to a rehabilitation center where he told the nurse that his head hurt and he had been told not to tell anyone. The victim's father had told police that he had been given conflicting reports about what happened, but his son eventually told him that Brandon Charles Connolly, the mom's 28-year-old boyfriend, had pushed him into the tub. As a result, Gallagher is being charged with conspiracy to commit aggravated assault, conspiracy to commit child endangerment, and other related charges. Connolly is being charged with aggravated assault, child endangerment, and other related charges. A Scranton man has been charged after police say he broke into a home and exposed himself to the children inside. Officers were called to a home on Linden Street in Scranton when they found 2 men fighting. The man residing in the home said that his younger siblings woke him up after a man they didn't know entered their home. The residents say that 32-year-old Ravira Johnson Manharsin Chamavat entered their home and when asked to leave, refused to, and was pushed out of the home by the residents. According to court documents, children were in the home at the time, and they all say that Champavan had exposed himself to them, and the 2 claim they were sexually assaulted. Champavan has been charged with burglary and indecent assault. Officials responded to a house fire on Sunday morning that displaced 6 people and a few pets. Edwardsville Police Captain Joe Hudak said everybody made it out of the house on the 200 block of Church Street. None of the residents are injured, but only 2 of the 3 pets made it out alive. The Red Cross is doing what they can to help the family with Christmas being days away. At this time, there is no known cause of the fire and is still being investigated. Coming up on WYLN News, a wanted man has been arrested after being pulled over for a traffic stop. Plus, a local school put on a show of Christmas joy and cheer and even brought Mr. and Mrs. Claus to celebrate. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Andy and tomorrow it's going to be snow.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
You know, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to be doing a different show, talking about philosophy of how I want to help you to cope with your problems, to find happiness for the holidays. Tune in.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A wanted Hanover Township man was arrested on Saturday evening in Luzerne Borough during a traffic stop. 39-year-old Kevin Farrell was stopped on Evans Street for having suspended plates on his car. He already had an existing warrant out for his arrest by the Plymouth Borough Police for drug and firearm charges, and according to the arresting officer, Farrell falsely identified himself. He also had a concealed loaded gun in the car, as well as a bag of pills on him. Aside from Farrell, the passenger, Crystal Vega, was found with a container of suspected meth, and there was a meth pipe between the two in the car. Police obtained and executed a search warrant for the car and found drug paraphernalia, more controlled pills, more than a quarter of a pound of meth, and $29,000 in cash. On top of the suspended plates, Farrell's vehicle also had no insurance. The inspection was expired, and he had a suspended license because of a DUI. He was arraigned and committed to the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. The charges for Vega will be filed at a later date. It was a great day for Christmas nostalgia. Students at the Arthur Street Elementary School took their parents and the audience back to memory lane on what Christmas felt like as a kid. Students from each class sang songs from Christmas carols to holiday hits, all directed by their music teacher. It was definitely a trip down memory lane on what it felt like having the Christmas spirit as a kid, whether opening gifts, singing carols, or spending time with your friends and family. A lot of work has been put in by the teachers, the staff, and most importantly, the students. In addition to their show, they had a special guest at the end, and yes, you guessed it, it was none other than Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus themselves. The show came to conclusion with their grand finale of the singing of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, with confetti filling the room. It is never too late to act like a kid on Christmas Day. It seems like we still have not gotten enough Yuletide joy, as there are still big celebrations for the Christmas season. A major example came about on Friday, December 19th, where Valley Elementary and Middle School in Sugarloaf was proud to present Christmas Time Is Here, the school's 2025 kindergarten Christmas program. This was a major singing performance event to help kick off the holiday break. The school's gymnasium and auditorium served to seat all parents and other relatives to watch their little loved ones sing some of the best Christmas jingles. We spoke with school representative Casey Beaver, who helped to explain more of the event.
So today we had a wonderful Christmas program for all the kindergarten students. Parents were able to come and watch their children sing, and we even had a poem and some props. It was a great overall day.
Both Beaver and her associate Janine Blaze got to express what was honestly the best part of the whole event.
So I think the overall best thing that came out of this program was just having everybody come together, parents, grandparents, siblings. All the students got a chance to have everybody come and show up for them, and I thought that was the best part of the overall program.
Now, if you were to ask our students, the best part would be when Mr. and Mrs. Claus entered.
100%.
With the event being annual, there are bound to be yet more amazing performances for years to come. The song performances included some of the best, such as Jingle Bells, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and Deck the Halls. Coming up on Butler Township's News Choice, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Imelda Krokemo on this week's Krokemos County Report. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Cunningham Part 1. And stay with us on Wyln. We'll be right back.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nesquebec and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Wyln programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call Wyln News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. Wyln, we're your local network.
Hi, welcome to Kokomo's County Report. I'm the host today, Preston Enders, the host. No, that's redundant, I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm here with Romilda Kokomo once again. How are you today, Romilda?
I'm very well. How are you?
I've been good. And so is there anything mandatory that we should bring up that's of high importance to all sorts of government contracts and stuff?
Sure. This is a festive season, but the work of the county has to continue, and we are continuing to do work. So at the December 9th meeting, County Council hopefully will vote on the budget. And we've been going through budget hearings. All of the divisions have been defending their budgets before council. We made some amendments to the budget. As everyone knows by now, there was a very modest tax increase requested. And there are a lot of reasons for that. One, we're getting a new judge, and we may be getting a new judge after the election in 2027, which we have to prepare for. And the cost of the courts are going up. And with that, the cost of the prison, healthcare is going up, and all the other services and equipment, the charges are going up, and we have to prepare. We had to go through a budget impasse this year that was very, very severe on the county, and we have to prepare for that to happen again in 2026. So we're trying to limit what the tax increase would be. We asked for 1.9%. I think that we have it down to maybe 1.5% with some of the changes that we made. But we really have to prepare for 2026. And also, we have to keep our credit rating high. It is an A from Standard & Poor's, which we're one of the highest credit rating counties in the area. And we have to keep that credit rating high in case there's some sort of catastrophic event that we need to get financing. And you have to start thinking about building a new prison. So we have a lot going forward, and we're taking care of business.
It's the busiest time of...
Yeah, it is busy.
Yeah, wow.
So, and then on the 10th, I'll be doing my year-end report talking about all the achievements that the county has experienced in the last year, some of our challenges, and looking forward to the future.
It's a future that we really need to work hard to keep intact. Mm-hmm. And with all this said, it's very work.
Mm-hmm.
But we never got through life by doing nothing.
That's right. That's true.
And, okay, with that said, it looks like we're in for a lot to deal with. So anything else on note that you would like to bring up before we go?
Just to remind everybody to make sure that you have a special holiday with your family and friends. I'm going to wish you a very happy Hanukkah and Christmas. Somebody else will be doing these reports till the end of the year. I'm going to get a total knee replacement, and I'll probably be on the injured reserve list for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. I've never had the experience of having surgery on anything before. Just
postpone it as long as you can, buddy.
Yeah, the only thing was my wisdom teeth, but that's my biggest amount I've ever gotten. So I can't relate too well, not at all. Okay, well, with that said, well, good luck to you on that. It's really lots of luck. Anyway. Well, with that said, wish Romilda Kokomo luck, and this has been Romilda's Kokomo. This has been Kokomo's County Report. I'm the host, Preston Endres. Here with me is Romilda Kokomo, and we'll see you next time.
It's
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
You know, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to be doing a different show, talking about philosophy of how I want to help you to cope with your problems, to find happiness for the holidays. Tune in.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Snow.
In September of 1780, the Revolutionary War was raging all over America, and away from the major theaters of battle, a more personal conflict often raged, one that frequently pitted neighbor against neighbor and underscored how much the Revolution was a civil war as well as one for independence. In the areas around the Susquehanna River, such bloody skirmishes had occurred frequently in the early years of the Revolution, with Loyalist forces from the area around Taine's Bloomsburg joining up with local natives who resent the colonists taking their lands. By the fall of 1780, Patriot leaders in Northampton County, which at the time encompassed today's Luzerne County, had decided to put a stop to the raiding parties. A militia was raised and sent north to search and destroy Loyalist forces in the northern end of Northampton County's then borders. While some accounts give command to a Daniel Clater, there is no evidence anyone by that name actually served with this particular militia, which was in fact co-commanded by Lieutenants John Moyer and John Fish. The militia marched out of the Lehigh Valley, through the location that is today's Jim Thorpe, over Broad Mountain, across the hazel swamps that mark the eventual site of Hazleton, and down into the Sugarloaf Valley. On September 11, 1780, they reached the valley and stopped for a lunch break near a spring. Unbeknownst to them, however, a band of Loyalist and Native American fighters who had been attacking Patriot forts along the Susquehanna River with varying success had themselves reached the valley at that moment. Sensing an opportunity, they pounced on the militia, who had made the mistake of laying down their arms during their rest. By the time what became known as the Sugarloaf Massacre had finished, between 10 and 15 Patriot fighters were killed and several others captured. Today, a marker stands along Route 93 to commemorate the battle, the first major event to occur in today's Luzerne County, and a reminder that the ravages of the Revolution took place well beyond the major theaters of battle. Eventually, America won its battle for independence, and shortly thereafter, a village began to rise in the valley. Originally called Venison Market, its first resident was himself a Revolutionary veteran named George Drum. If the name sounds familiar, it's almost certainly because Drum and his family would be the founders of the sister village of Drums, not far away. George Drum, whose house still stands on Main Street, would be named Justice of the Peace for the newly rising town in 1811. By then, Venison Market had been given the new name of Cunningham, in honor of Gustavus Cunningham, a very successful privateer during the Revolution. Gustavus had sunk numerous British ships in combat on the high seas and had been the first American captain to carry the Stars and Stripes in the English Channel.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow it's going to be snowy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.